Jacoby, we're live, and just kind of take us through. How good did that feel from start to finish? Here with a win.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. That's a great team win right there. In all three phases of the game, everybody stepped up when we needed them to step up. In the game, on a roll in victory formation, man, it doesn't get much better than that. Just proud of the work that we put in. Obviously, the plan on both sides of the ball and in special teams was executed to what we thought it was going to be. 60-minute football game. They obviously had a good plan on their side of the ball, but today we executed a little bit better.
You talked about that offensive line earlier in the week.
Yeah.
How good did it feel to watch that unit do what it did?
Yeah. Like I said earlier in the week, everybody's talking about our O-line, and we know in this room how confident we are in that group. I don't have the stat sheet, but I don't know how many yards we rushed for. 0 sacks, I think, versus 2 Pro Bowl DNs and good interior pass rush. And Lou, who does so much on defense, and my hats go off to that O-line and what Scott did with those guys. And I know they're hungry to get back out there and do it again next week. But I'm super proud of those guys.
How much 170, by the way? 170.
Oh, there we go.
How much do formations help you, especially in motion, recognizing man? Because you picked up plays with your legs today on third down.
Yeah, for sure. And I think AVP did a good job of playing against Lou so much, when he was in Cleveland, understanding his tendencies and things like that. You line up in certain formation, it's like, it simplifies the game and things like that. And obviously giving me the opportunity to pick up, plays with my legs, and, the O-line doing a good job of creating rush lanes for me. So I thought we had a good plan with those things, and obviously want to complete a couple more passes, but I thought we did a good job with that.
You may have been asked this, but when your coach came in after the game, what was his demeanor? What did he say? What were his emotions?
Excited, man. It's hard to win in this league. He played in this league. He understands how hard it is to win on this league on the road versus a good opponent. He was, what's the word? Ecstatic, elated, any word you can think of that means overjoyed, he should be. It's his first one, and he got us ready to go, not only this week, but, dating back to OTAs, it all built up for this moment right here, to put all our work on display, and we did a good job of doing that this week.
Jacoby, how validating is a performance like this today of all the work that you guys put up leading into this game?
Yeah, and I think we got to a certain point in the game, and, we said it before the game, it's going to be a certain point in the game where we're just going to overpower them. We're going to just out-condition them and do all the little things right more than them because of all the work that we put in. And I think that was on display. Everybody in the stands knew we were running the ball at the end of the game, and we still get first down after first down. We're there in passing situations, and our defense is hunting down the quarterback and taking away their best players and limiting a really good quarterback. Once you do that, that's the identity we want to create. And I think we did that. We did that a good job of establishing that on one game this week.
You said it was going to come to a point where that happened. Was there a point? Was there a moment?
For sure. We pick up a big third down. And we get back into our big personnel, and they see Big Layden coming on the field, and they know we're about to run it. We ain't throwing the ball out of that. And, the runs didn't change, and we went downhill, and Mondre was like, man, just give me the ball, let me run downhill. And AVP did a good job, and I think he does a really good job of trusting us out there, and we talked about communication, and one of the main things was, being honest out there. And, when Mondre was like, I don't want to run outside zone anymore, I want to run downhill. And that's what we did, and, obviously some of the early in the game, the outside zone stuff was working. Then we hit them downhill, and they haven't seen those looks, and they're gashing them.
Jacoby, I want to follow up what you said about the defense helping out and keeping you in this game. How did it allow you guys to run the offense, knowing the defense was going to come out there and get the ball back?
Yeah. I mean, it was just what our game plan was establish the line of scrimmage, run the ball, stop the run, take away their big players, keep converting third down, stay on the field, and score points when we get down there in the red zone. And I think we did that, obviously got to get a little better at the sudden change part of the game, after the half and starting a little faster after the half. But, I think our defense did a great job. I think it got to the second quarter before they got a first down, I think. And, we do that, man, we're going to be all right, and hats off to our defense. They did a hell of a job. And I know those guys I know the work that they put in this offseason as well. So, I'm just super proud for the guys, super happy for them.
Jacoby, a little while ago, Gerard said that he told Ramondre in the offseason, you don't get a lot of attention in the league, but you're one of the better backs. And if you've been around a lot of
running backs, including one in Alex's system.
Yeah.
How good do you think Ramondre can be?
Yeah, I don't want to say the sky's the roof because that'll put a limit on it. But you know, it was definitely fun turning around and handing him the ball and like seeing the patience that he runs with, the aggression he runs with. You know how fast he was. He was pulling away from DBs that had angles on him, and you know, he's just such a smart back. You know, I'm excited to see how this progresses. You know, in this offense. Man, it was just a lot of fun to watch him play.
Jacoby, you go back to
Two final questions.
what you did against Washington against the Jets and the Rams last year. Kind of looked like you continued that here. For you though, you're all about the team. What was the circle of life moment for you to make this start as a Patriot quarterback first since 2016 and get out of here with?
Yeah, man, I think I cried 3 times before the game. I cried when I got to the stadium. Cried when Mayo came up to me and before the game, and he like started laughing. And he's like, "Man, you're about to win us this game. You're about to ball out." And I had never heard that from a coach. You know what I mean? And that meant a lot to me. And then I cried when I got out there and we were going out there on offense. But my emotions were definitely high. You know what I mean? It's definitely a moment that I just can't take it for granted. These things don't come by often, and like I said, I don't take it for granted.
Jacoby, last question, guys. 2016, there was that shot of you after you scored coming off the sideline and handing the football to the coach. Today, watching you,
I didn't score.
Well, but you had your line, you had the football.
Yeah.
Taking it against your body. Where'd that ball go? What does it mean to you?
I kept that one. Mayo got a game ball though for sure. His first one, which he deserved. Like I said, I don't think people understand. I think it's like the plan that he put in place with us this week. And the work that he foresaw for us to get to this point. Like nobody believed in us. I mean, he just kept on preaching the people in this room are the ones that matter. And that came to fruition. Like I said, coming on the road versus a good team. Week 1, new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, all these things that stacked up against us, and and none of that mattered once we got between those white lines, and once we got on that plane to come here, the vision was clear, and the communication was clear, and we came and executed that plan.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.